Okay, now it's actually working. Okay, now it's working again. Sorry about that last bit. We had to restart because shit was real bad. Anyway, but yeah, no, Liberty Safe. Don't. This is many reasons why we don't fuck with Liberty Safe nowadays. This happened 6 months ago.
Long gun safes want their backdoor codes used in your area. Speaking of backdoor codes, two things that have backdoor access codes. If you're not caught up on that either, apparently Tucker Carlson just had on his show a couple days ago some guy who claims to have smoked crack and had gay sex with Obama, which... Fuck, what? I don't even know what to say about this timeline anymore. But is it true? Let's be honest, probably not. But it's not going to stop the memes, and as long as they're funny, that's what we're here for. Liberty Safe owners sitting in their gun rooms in handcuffs, watching the letter folks open their Wait, I think he meant safe. Watching the letter folks open their safe after a quick phone call to Liberty. No, Carl. Who would have fucking thought a left-leaning, California, Silicon Valley-based company would be better at telling the feds to fuck off about their users' personal information better than a company with liberty in the name? I'm talking, of course, about Apple, and I mean, let's be honest, the comparison there is pretty obvious.
Just give me the code, okay?
Like Da Vinci Code, like Code Red, like the Contra Code, like up, down, select, AB, AB, left, right. That one?
Okay, yo, dude, come on, stop messing with me. Just give me the fucking code, okay?
The password. Vagina.
Let us in, we got a warrant. Teehee, okay, I love Fed boys. Damn, this bitch is way easier than Apple. Yeah, they hit him with the couch meme. You know, the FBI doesn't have to get into your Liberty Safe or hack your fucking iPhone to know that if you want to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology, pin comment. They're the main sponsor of the channel, so, you know, we gotta shout them out. We boots so deep they could floss their butthole with the laces. Okay.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. You know, there's devil's advocate. There's a perfectly reasonable chance that this is just a bad policy that was overlooked by the owners of the company, that, you know, maybe this doesn't embody their actual idea.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. The reason why I had to restart the stream is because I don't want like my personal stuff getting out there, that being my relationships, the people I care about. The people I record with are the only people I want known that associate with me for their safety. Reason why I say that is because I've seen what happens to streamers and their friends. They often can get raided by the FBI because of a false, phone call or something like that. And I don't want that happening to my friends or my family or those that I have romantic feelings for. That is one thing about me that I never want happening to anyone I know or have seen on any platform. That is just something about me that y'all need to understand. So if y'all are asking me if I'm taken or not, I'm not gonna give a direct answer. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Like, honestly, something that I personally prefer to keep secret for those that I love and care about. And for my own personal life, is in my own personal life, I've done some scummy shit before. Nowadays, I try not to, be an asshole. That always gonna come around and bite me in the ass, and. But yeah, no, let's get to the video again.
Deals. This whole thing could be a huge mistake by middle management people, and they're people that should probably lose their job over this. Or perhaps this lines up perfectly with Liberty Safe's values, that they would rather get good boy points for their chicken nuggies in the eyes of the FBI than actually protect their customers. I don't personally know which one of those two things is true, but regardless of which of those two things is true, I think it is a good thing that people are speaking out against this right now, and that there's an example being made as to what is unacceptable behavior behavior, like where the parameters are and what the gun industry will absolutely dig in their heels on and say, no, fuck you. I can't think of a single more American thing than finding somebody who's getting a little too cushy with turning over their rights to the government and saying, no, knock that shit the fuck off. Aside from all that, though, I do know one thing for sure. Liberty Safes is going to have a hell of a time getting people to stop asking them, why'd you give them the code? A fair question. Liberty Safe. Why did you give them the code? If you'd like to weigh in, I'm more than happy to give you a voice down in the comment section. And as for you, the audience in general, do you guys think that we're going hard on Liberty Safes here, or do you think that we're not going hard enough, that this is...
Honestly, I think we at that point in time that, all the memes that Brandon was showing, I'm sorry, but mm, yeah, no, I'm personally gonna have to say that that is for like school project because personal reasons. Like I said, if you have my Snapchat, text me whenever I'm done streaming and whatever. I'll tell you the reasoning why. Yeah, yeah. Let's just get back into the stream or to the video because I've talked enough about like personal values and everything. So yeah, no, let's just get back into this shit.
is exactly what they need. Let me know down in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. This is a pretty new thing, so the lines are still kind of getting settled. And for that, we have this episode of Emergency Gun Meme Review. I'm actually taking one of the first trips of my campaign up to DC, the heart of the swamp itself, in a couple of...
Speaking of Brandon Herrera running for fucking Congress, vote for this motherfucker if you can. If you are old enough to do so, you live in the United States, do it. So this guy's I have I have some people who actually went to one of his conferences out there. Okay. It's all good. But like I was saying, um I've actually know someone who went to one of his rallies where he was basically doing it for his campaign and stuff. That dude's actually a genuine nice dude. Like he actually let that friend of mine go up to him and speak to him for a bit. And my friend just asked him a couple questions, and like Ren her, he's a genuine nice dude. Um, but yeah, no. Um, but yeah, no. Let's just get back into this.
days. I've got some meetings I need to take and possibly even linking up with Tim Pool for a podcast. So if you guys want to see more about that, you can check out the B channel, which should be in the links in the description. It's been an awesome journey so far, guys.
So subscribe to Brandon Herrera. I love that dude. Next video we're watching is I punched a dude in the face.
Meme Review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to another of Gun Meme Review. I'm gonna cut right to the chase. This is gonna be somewhat of a special episode, because as you guys can probably tell, I just fought in a YouTube boxing match.
Here is the AK guy, Brandon Herrera!
And I won. I've got a video explaining the situation a little bit on the B channel, and we're probably going to do one here in the next couple days of the fight itself. But long story short, I fought in a YouTube boxing match on like 6...
Basically, what he did in the boxing match was a professional grade boxing match. It was looked over by the professional boxing shit for Tennessee, and they were using professional boxing like fucking gloves, right? And he won by a knockout in the third round. He's going to get into that later in the video, but I think it's best that,
6 weeks notice through Misfits Boxing. So I had like 5 to 6 weeks to become something that resembles a boxer. And apparently it paid off because I won and you guys were quick to meme the ever-living shit out of it. I'm so proud of you. I'll take things you guys probably aren't used to hearing for 400, Alex. Me, ready for the next gun meme review. Gun meme review hitting extra hard. We do of course have some other gun memes for later, but let's knock out the fight ones already. I'm probably going to keep doing that where I accidentally keep making boxing puns. My bank account. A compulsion to hoard guns and ammo. Yeah, that one's, relatable. Brass 308 casings. The G3. Yeah, those HK fluted
Speaking,
chambers. 308
speaking of
casings. The G.
speaking of the knockout, this was taken like I'm pretty sure right before the knockout, and holy fuck, dude, that dude. I need to get a closer look on this shit. Hold up, fucking holy shit. Sorry to anyone who's sensitive about blood here, but dear God, that dude is most likely not having a good day. But yeah, no, like I said, professional boxing gloves here, fucking. I get Brandon up in a fucking. I guess you would say Japanese style man bun or some shit. Also, the reason why the video that has my face in it was taken down is because I kind of don't want my face out here, honestly. That's the reason why in every video that I have with my face in it, I have a face mask on. Every video that I have that hasn't been taken down. Okay. I mean, hey, for me, that's not a problem. If the person I'm with is alright with that, if they're not, cool. Like, with me, I see it as a natural thing. Like, so yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. You know, I've discussed this with multiple different people before. So yeah.
G3. Yeah, those HK fluted chambers just say, you know what, fuck your reloading. My face after mentioning the AK-50 is still not finished. I saw so many fucking jokes about this. Also, of course, a lot of these memes are going to be of the punch itself that ended the match. The third round knockout from yours truly. I just want to make one thing clear. This is going to seem like I'm kind of dabbing on my opponent, James Sellers, just by repeatedly, putting it on screen and making jokes about it. I just want to be clear that that is not at all the case. James was an awesome dude and a perfect opponent for me. He challenged me a good bit, actually. There's no animosity. We got along great on and off camera, so I just wanted to kind of point that out. Hell, I'd love to invite him out to one of our range days at some point. It was all just good sportsmanship, and there was no bad blood between us.
Also, here's the thing about me. I don't know how to fight. I'm gonna be honest. But like, there have been people who have offered to teach me how to fight. There was this one kid back, I think, I want to say the third grade. He kind of taught me how to, and I still kind of remember. I still remember what he taught me. He just didn't teach me much. I'm probably gonna have to start going into the gym soon because I'm not healthy. I don't look like a healthy person at all. I have fucking eye bags underneath my eyes. Even though I'm skinny as shit, or even though weight wise I'm skinny, there's a lot of body fat on me, and I just want all that gone, honestly. So one of these days, soon, I'm gonna start going to the gym, and I want to challenge y'all too. I already know that with my shoulders long, I can carry about, or I can lift about, I'll say about 150 pounds. I know it's over 100 pounds, but I want to challenge y'all. For the next, once I start going into the gym, this will start being in effect. I want y'all to start working out too. List list how much you can do when it comes to whatever workout you're doing, or yeah, and how many sets you can do within a day. And at the end of the month, I'll do a stream where I show mine. I'll put yours in the comments, and we'll just continue on from there. Like, I believe in y'all. I really do. I know I jokingly make fun of some of the people I have on here. But that's like not a lot. You can ask any of them, including TB, Xander, Remark.
Although there was a lot of just blood. Me
Yeah.
hoping to win a gunbroker auction. Some dude with deep pockets at 3 a.m. This literally happens to me like once a week. And it's gonna be happening a lot more again now that my fight training is over, which means so is my sobriety. So, cheers to drunk gunbroker purchases.
Oh, this is probably his first drink. Some Casamigos. First drink.
I haven't drank in 6 weeks. This is.
Take it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Oh.
But something about those 3 a.m. gunbroker auctions just be hitting different. Buying your first pistol at a gun shop. Losing gunbroker auctions at 3 a.m.
That is accurate. Don't ask how I know that it's accurate. To any federal person that I have not done this before. To any person that's within the federal government, I have not bought a gun before. I will not be saying whether or not I actually have, because if I do, the government. I'm kidding. I actually haven't. ATF, don't shoot my dog, please. Please don't shoot my dog. I like having a dog. He's an asshole to me a lot of the time, but I love him to death. So please do not shoot my dog. He's a good dog when he wants to be.
What the hell did I come back to?
Just joking around.
Yeah, okay. So, hold up. Be just 1 second here. I can't hear a goddamn thing. Okay. Sorry about
So,
that.
are you looking at the screen share?
Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, losing your first losing auctions in the morning.
I know how that one feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't think we'd have at least one Barbenheimer meme here, you're fucking.
Barbenheimer.
Which I did actually get to see Oppenheimer on opening night, and man, that movie is the bomb. Look, I've already embraced it. I know I'm a dad. My kid's out there somewhere. By the way, it was a total coincidence that the last video that I put out where, you know, the federal government nuked North Carolina. Yeah, that happened. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. Totally a coincidence that came out the day before Oppenheimer was released, but just in case you needed more reason to think that nukes are scary.
Hey, Donut, you know what's scarier than nukes?
The consequences of the Industrial Revolution?
No. Well, maybe, but no. Being protected online. Fuck! But for real, identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in the country.
Ah!
The average person has a ton of personal information available online, even just through Google. Turns out, there's a ton of people out there that profit off of selling your information. Spammers, telemarketers, robocallers, pretty much everybody except the people you want having your information. Like those hot singles in my area that the internet keeps telling me about. Don't fall for it. But the reason I'm talking about all of this is because this video is brought to you by Aura. Aura will identify data brokers that are exposing your information and telemarketing /Brandon. But Aura's got a bunch of other cool stuff. Video. Anyhow, back to knockouts. When someone asks where the roll pin goes during an AK build class. Yes, if I find out you're building good AKM kits with roll pins, this is what will happen to you. I am your sleep paralysis demon, and I am ready to throw hands. Me, 5 minutes after my parents left the house. My meat. A couple of you degenerates are laughing a little too hard at that. Don't be treating masturbation like a joke there, little Timmy. It'll make you go blind. And even worse, you'll burn in hell. Me, my dad, 13 beers deep.
Thank you so much. Fucking hell. We had to rewind to that.
The house. My meat. A couple of you degenerates are laughing a little too hard at that. Don't be treating masturbation like a joke there, little Timmy. It'll make you go blind. And even worse, you'll burn in hell. Me.
Cut off. And you'll go to hell. Me and my dad, 13 beers deep after watching the Brandon Herrera knockout. He loves AK Man.
My dad, 13 beers deep after watching the Brandon Herrera knockout. He loves AK Man. Please help. I love the
Wait, where's the
specificity of-
fucking please help?
He loves AK Man. Please help. I love the specificity of 13 beers. The 12-pack he bought for the fight wasn't enough, so he, finally whipped out that one lone surviving IPA that's been chilling in the door of the fridge for like 6 months that nobody's wanted to touch. Why is that just like a thing everybody has? Brandon, can I say fuck? Well, yes, but actually no.
That was an adrenaline rush. That was, I'll never forget that. Can I say fuck?
No, but you just did, so it's okay.
Okay.
It seems a little weird that you can watch two grown-ass men beat the shit out of each other until they're bloody, but, hearing the word fuck is too far. When you
Exactly.
finish assembling the lower without losing a single spring or detent. Sounds like an AR building problem to me. When you're
Yeah.
cleaning the Glock and ND into your wall, but still managed to miss the neighbor's dog. That was a close one. Almost spiritually joined the ATF there on accident. And for those of you who watch the
Okay, Brandon, really?
episode of Unsubscribe where I said I was going to try to sneak in the Henry Cavill arm reload during the fight. A couple of you on the subreddit pointed out, I'm a man of my word. All in all, this was a really neat side quest, and if you've never tried boxing, I would recommend it. I've never been in better cardiovascular shape in my life, that's for sure. I think in that 5 to 6 weeks, I lost 14 pounds. Just got in much better shape and learned a skill. So you know what? That's something I'm challenging you guys to do. Doesn't even have to be boxing, just maybe some other combat sport or just, maybe working out in general. Do something physical this week that's outside of your comfort zone. Who knows? You might find your new favorite hobby. There's your dad advice to cap off this topic. And with that, we segue with a Marty Robbins meme. Gun grabber ballads and trail songs, Joe Biden. Big Iron, Cool Ice Cream, Joey the Kid. You'll need a F-15 and Nuke 2. Obama's Last Ride. Scranton. In the Valley. The Kid's Roan. Running Gun. Why did you have to put foot in there so many times? The Little Green Valley. The Plain Steps. Sadie Tramp. El Paso. Full-length version. Well, if you guys are a fan of Ian from Forgotten Weapons, the internet has blessed you with a new meme template. Me flirting. The girl I like. Ew, no.
I feel that. I feel that, honestly. Run at home. If you've ever had that shit happen to you, subscribe. You're gonna fit around here if I'm being 100% honest. That has happened to me way more times than I can count.
It's like that one meme. Ask her out. The worst you could say is no. Ew. Yeah, that fucking hurts. My homie's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Love, encouragement, and good-natured bullying from me and the boys. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of wholesome, platonic love from the homies, who are perfectly acceptable to kiss goodnight for the record. Me, trying to keep up with meme trends. Grantham, Admin, Brandon Herrera, etc. Yet another extremely memeable video or post. And it ain't stopping anytime soon. Full speed ahead, Captain. Ian McCullum, an AR that doesn't have a brass deflector. Hot brass. This is so fucking stupid. I think my meme humor's broken because that was the funniest one to me. Post-irony memery, I tell you what. Probably need to swap out that AR for one that has a brass deflector, Or take it to a gunsmith, which if you wanted to get your start in, I hope you know you can do at sdi.edu. If you're interested in weapon design and or getting your start in gunsmithing, how SIG fanboys look at you at telling you that theirs have been 100% reliable.
Okay. I genuinely don't know if that's photoshopped or not, but if that isn't, that fucking horse looks like it's been doing crack for the past 5 months. Don't ask how I know how someone looks when they've been doing crack for the past 5 months. Mhm.
You can replace Sig Fanboy with like every budget tier gun ever. This just in, man who does not shoot his gun has no problems with it. Although, speaking of problems, I am going to give NotWap here a little bit of razzing over the spelling of theirs. It shouldn't be as triggering to me as it is, but it is. 10 points from Gryffindor on that one. Stag knows exactly who they are marketing these to. Project Spectrum. This is not the first gun, even recently, to be called Spectrum. Oh, who are these marketing people? If this was done intentionally as a troll, A tier. They should even be making jokes, you know, love on the Spectrum. Project Spectrum. I know the pieces fit. I've been recording for way too long. It's too late now. Because wasn't it Taurus? Wasn't it like a Taurus Spectrum? Which that gun did look fucking... But I can't go to bed yet because we still have to talk about Springfield Armory. The second-rate manufacturers have fallen in love with cringy I'm a warrior tough guy marketing. Yeah, so Springfield Armory just released their new pistol. It's the latest not a Glock called the Echelon. And they sent one out to every influencer except the ones that, you know, are known to be honest, like me and Grantham. Alright, that was probably a little bit too much of a blanket statement. I'm not necessarily calling everybody who got one a shield, but they sure as fuck didn't send one to me or Grantham. My face when I talked mad shit on the SA-35 and they don't send me an Echelon. Oh, good news, buddy. I don't necessarily think you're missing out on a whole lot. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't fucking have one. My YouTube and Instagram right now. Poor Grantham being left out of the Echelon Club. You know, I don't just shit on everything that Springfield does. I shit on a lot of it, they deserve it. But just to be clear, I do own a couple of Springfield products that I personally bought myself with my own money because I thought they were cool. But I do want to point this out because it was brought to my attention about the naming scheme and the marketing scheme of the Springfield Echelon, and I hope you find it as entertaining as I did. So the Echelon is a reference to a particular fighting formation. Their marketing for their release actually specifically calls this out down to the year and the battle. It's a battle against the Spartans in the year 371 BC. This is not the battle that you're thinking of with the Spartans and the hot gates, you know, 300, slow motion, abs, that whole thing. It is in fact a different battle called the Battle of Leuctra, which again took place 371 BC. This is when the Echelon formation was invented. But bear with me for a moment as we take a tangent over to the encyclopedia entry in the Encyclopedia Britannica. The Battle of Leuctra. I just want to bring your attention to the fact that the entire second half of this entry reads as such, quote, "The battle also marked a revolutionary advance in battlefield tactics and demonstrated the effectiveness of homosexuality as a form of bonding for elite troops." That's right. The Springfield Echelon is literally gay. I just had to share that. I don't think that was done intentionally, and is it a bit of a stretch? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I find that wildly entertaining. Enjoy your custom gay Glock, guys. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, that was my favorite part of the episode by far. If you want to see my full fight, be sure to subscribe to the B channel. I will be posting that shortly, just a full fight video and recap and everything. You can find it in kind of shitty quality other places, but if you want to see the actual fight,
What's going on, guys? I am here in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. Well, this part.
I am back, and we are actually doing a video where we are...
So, I just had my pro
Hold
boxing
on.
debut.
Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he is the AK guy, Brandon Herrera!
Let me catch you guys up to speed real quick. So 6 weeks ago, Keemstar calls me up and asks if I want to do an influencer boxing match. I, being a little bored and having a few screws loose, said yes, absolutely. There was only one problem. I'm not a boxer. In fact, I've never set foot in a boxing gym. Thankfully, I know a couple guys. So for the next 5 to 6 weeks, I cleaned up my act, cleaned up my diet, stopped drinking, and trained my ass off to learn the sport of boxing in way too short of a time frame. Most people don't take their first fight until about a year of training. So 6 weeks is the crash course that you take when you don't have enough time for the crash course. To top things off, my original opponent, who I didn't really think was going to be hard to beat, ended up failing medicals. So 8 days before the fight, I got matched up with a new opponent, James Sellers, who basically looks like Mr. Beast but with double the testosterone. I'm 5'10", James is 6'3". So he had a 5-inch height advantage on me, a 7-inch reach advantage, and coming in with a very slight weight advantage. Meaning the only way I'd be able to beat him is if I actually paid attention during this crash course. So in my mind going in, I thought this was a very even fight. Another thing to note is that this was not your typical amateur boxing match. We were using no headgear like you typically have at an amateur match, and the gloves that we were using were the real deal 10-ounce gloves. So a lot of the padding removed. Like for sparring, you use 16-ounce gloves, which really are a lot of cushion on those blows. This was a real deal pro match that was regulated by the Tennessee Boxing Commission and everything. It's actually, once I learned that, it got a little bit intimidating.
Just don't listen to what the crowd says. They're going to boo you, blah, blah, this and that. They're not going to get in there. I can guarantee you that. And remember, just learn from your mistakes, whether you win or lose. If you got any questions, speak up now.
You got power, bro. So you need to make him feel it. You know, I'm not asking you to do anything overly skillful because he's not going to be that skillful. But if you make him feel that shit, you hit the body the way that you hit me, yeah, bro, he's not going to want to fucking fight.
I would not be able to do professional boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good welcome to you all, and welcome to Misfit Series X Double OA. And we are set to go with our first fight tonight, 4 rounds cruiserweight at a catchweight 192 pounds. And first to make his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, here is James Sellers.
Sure Peta's not going to be happy with his attire, Roundhouse, but what do you expect from him when the bell rings?
Honestly, I think this is the type of guy that just wanted to come in here and test himself. And to me, someone that says, you know what, life's pretty good, let's go get punched in the face, that guy is going to be a problem.
He's a big burly character, but again, Roundhouse, 7-inch reach disadvantage.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with white, he weighed in officially 193 1/4 pounds. Fighting out of and representing Los Angeles, California, here is James Sellers! And across the ring stands his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing solid black, he weighed in 189 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he is the AK guy, Brandon Herrera!
Clearly, he's the crowd favorite.
All right, fighters, you were giving your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, come out fighting at the bell.
This looks like Rocky versus Drago right now. We got the little guy versus the big man. Let's go Brandon chant happening right now. We are in Nashville. I assume they're cheering for the AK guy. Here we go. Cruiserweight division, 192-pound catchweight. AK guy wearing the black gloves. James Sellers in the white. I don't think AK guy wanted any part of the touch
from Sellers.
A 7-inch reach advantage doesn't do you much good unless you can use it to your advantage. And right now, we need to see more jabs from James Sellers.
Yeah, right now, both guys are taking big breaths, almost like they've been instructed to calm down. It's a long fight, 4 rounds.
Here's a problem I'm seeing from the AK guy. When you're shorter, you got to
think, from what I'm seeing right now, Brandon seems to be a bit faster than James Sellers. So if he can both use the power he has behind those punches and the speed and basically turn him into one like attack, he could pretty damn well do this.
move your head.
We already
You
know
gotta be able to slip that jab and counter. He's kind of moving his head.
Ah.
But that woke up James Sellers now. And we just saw. Ooh, Sellers just missing.
Sellers is doing a good job at keeping it in his range right there, just keeping him right at the end of it.
Brandon, don't go for a low blow, bro.
Let's see some body shots to the bigger fight.
That's a great point. Chop that tree down.
Come on, Brandon, go for a body shot.
Well, we saw one of our happy punch prelims. We had 2 guys we thought were going to fall in the 4th round. Oh, big hit.
Oh, that was a good combination there.
All right, that's it. That's it.
Come on, Brandon.
Deep breaths, deep breaths. Legs out, legs out, legs out, deep breaths. There you go. Breathe, breathe. Okay. Deep breaths. Give me another deep breath. Is it out? Give me another deep breath.
It looks like I'm gassed because I have bad cardio. It's actually the opposite. To be honest with you now, during the first round corner, I was having a slight panic attack because I was over breathing during the first round. It's all the adrenaline, the nerves, the bright lights, the TV cameras. I was focused too heavy on my breathing, and I felt like I couldn't get full breaths because I was, hyperventilating essentially. So if it looks like I've got a fucking 1,000-yard stare here, it's because I'm having a little bit of a panic attack thinking I can't fucking breathe.
Well, I love the fact that AK Guy's corner told him to calm down and take big breaths. I thought the
round 2
advice that he got was much better than the other corner.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I'm talking about, right? They're really kind of looking at this as the entire fight, not just round by round, and that's good to see. Now Sellers is really getting his range here, though, and he seems really, really comfortable in there. And Brandon needs to kind of focus on breaking down the reach, getting past that long guard, and he's not doing that right now. Nice body shot from Herrera there.
He's trying to get inside. He's doing his best.
There he is. Now he's using that lead hand, guys. See the big difference that it makes when you start using that lead hand?
And I think AK Guy wants to turn this into a brawl. Stop.
Good stomach shots there. But there's a bit of a risk of knocking him out instantly and sending him to the ER with because if you go a bit over the stomach and hit the heart right at the right time, you could send him into cardiac arrest. And we don't want that to happen.
Like Sellers right there wanted no part of that firefight. Well, if he's smart, he stays outside and jabs him to death. That's exactly right.
We got some blood in the nose of Sellers here. Oh, big right hand from Sellers fading away.
You never know how you're going to respond when you start tasting your own blood, and that's where James Sellers is at this moment. Roundhouse years ago, Grisham got super kicked by Shawn Michaels. That's when he realized what it's like. A full camp, which is at least 8 weeks.
Nice 3-punch combination. Nice big left hook. Each of these guys keeps forgetting that lead hand, but when they remember.
And here comes the AK Guy. And right at the bell.
That's it.
That was a good second round.
Seconds out. Let's go. Seconds out.
And
Hold up. I'm trying to get
Second round.
the Burger deal.
And there's that jab.
Just screenshot that.
Like you said, Roundhouse, the little guy can throw a jab too. Mike Tyson was famous for having a good jab for a smaller fighter, but that seemed to really pump James Sailors up, and these have been very close rounds.
Really around.
Those are some good body shots, though, from the AK guy there. It's nice to see him mixing it up a little bit, which he wasn't really doing earlier, right? He was just targeting that right hand over and over again. Instead, now he's using all of his punches.
Yeah, I think he's doing a really nice job as the fight continues and he gets more settled in. But now, Chris, we're going to start to see who has the legs that we've talked about. We're more than 6 minutes in now. Blood continues to pour out of the nose and mouth of James Sellers, but it hasn't slowed him down.
Todd, I'll tell you one thing. We're in the third round, and by the looks of it in the first round, I did not expect that this fight would still be going the way it is.
Now AK guy coming in like a tank.
Come on, Brandon.
Caught him again.
I'm trying to say Mr. Herrera.
Face that bloody.
Come on, Mr.
I
Herrera.
can't remember the last time. Come on, kid. You can't start a line and not have a punchline at the end.
Last time I saw face that bloody is when Coach saw me in a tie when I showed up here.
That was brutal. Oh! James Sellers losing his form right now. He's just slapping with his punches. Now they're just looking at each other. Okay, let's take a break. Let's take 5-10 seconds. All right, now let's recommence.
It's almost like they have an agreement after they do an exchange. They're like, hey man, you want to get a quick cup of coffee and we'll be back here in a sec.
Oh, nice jab.
Ooh, come on, Brandon. All right, Sellers.
I don't think he's going to get up. Here we go. 9, 10. The AK guy with a third round KO.
Was that a jab right there?
And you can see the crowd. Not only are they happy about this, but the way that the performance went, I think, was as close to perfect as any of these guys are going to get. And look what it means to the AK guy, Brandon Herrera, and his team.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, that's what we were talking about, guys. You fall in love with that right hand. You fall in love with the bomb that you think is going to finish the fight. And then it's your jab. And then it's the punch that you didn't even think was going to happen.
See,
a lot of the time, it's not
no
the
bad
power
board
of the punch.
between them, dude.
It's
Just
does
a
your
hug
opponent
right.
see the punches? The punches you don't see that
Yeah,
really
Let's watch the
Herrera.
finish. It was a jab, but more than that, it was an accumulation of damage. Look at that, right on the button. And I think Sellers just lost his will to stand up. Yeah, it's pretty clear he did not want to get up. And whenever a fighter hits the ground after they've been counted out, like, oh, I was almost going to get up. He wanted no part of that.
Yeah. Watching Herrera dig deep like that, when we were looking at him first round, we were saying this guy looks tired. And then he digs deep and he gets a third round finish. Unreal. That was great. That was great to see. I love it when it just comes down to who wants it more, who's tougher, who's got the harder head, and that's boxing sometimes.
Hey, but let's give credit to James Sellers.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 2 minutes, 15 seconds of round number 3. Referee Damian Walton reaches the count of 10 for your winner by way of knockout, the AK guy, Brandon Herrera.
You know, Misfits is really all about performing and then moving on to the next. We're so new in this world, but if I'm AK guy and I look at this performance, I'm thinking to myself, maybe this is something I can actually do over and over and over. At least try it again.
And after that, the entire gang went out on the town and proceeded to make up for 6 weeks of relative sobriety. I want to thank Keem and Misfits again for setting all this up. This was a really cool opportunity, and I really want to thank James for being an awesome opponent. James was not in bad shape before, but he said that he took like a couple boxing classes 2 years ago. So essentially, he had 8 days to learn how to box. And while given that neither of us really had the technique down, because like I said, neither of us are boxers and we didn't really have the time to learn, I give him the utmost respect for being willing to jump in the ring and honestly saving my fight. Because if we couldn't find an opponent for this, it would just get canceled and all that training and tickets and everything would be for nothing. Yeah, James was an awesome guy on and off camera, and I look forward to inviting him out to a range day or something like that where we can actually hang out for the first time and not have to worry about the impending, attempting to beat the shit out of each other. It makes social situations a little awkward when you got that hanging over your head. I also want to give a huge shout out to my coaches, Matt and Tony. They were fucking awesome and really, really helped me go from no fucking clue what I was doing to somewhat of a fucking clue what I was doing. And also, of course, my friend Eli for putting in the time and really helping me go the extra mile and kind of really, he became very invested in this as well, which is why he was jumping up and down like a goddamn chimpanzee. And lastly, all the friends that helped with my training and came out to support me during the fight or just watched the fight from home. This was something wildly out of my comfort zone, and I just appreciate all the help that you guys gave. So at the end of the day, this sounds wrong, but it's technically correct. Technically correct is the best kind of correct. Since this was regulated by the commission as a true pro boxing match, your boy technically has an undefeated pro boxing record by way of knockout. I will be able to tell my kids that with a straight face and not lie, and I will refuse to elaborate. Anyhow, I hope this was as cool of a side quest for you guys to follow along and watch as it was for me to experience. I really did enjoy this, and I'm in some of the best shape of my life, honestly. But I appreciate you guys following along and following me here on the B channel. Got a few more interesting things lined up for the future of this channel, so if you haven't already subscribed, I guarantee you're not going to want to miss what's coming up. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys next.
Also, if you're a huge gun nerd, you can see right here, PBS H41. I want to say fucking Rhodesian Fowl, Scar 16, I think. Model 1887. 12 gauge, shotgun. From Terminator, Supernatural, all that. SKS, I want to say AK-12, I think. AM-180. Or not AM-180. I think so. Brandon's Work 74. RPD back there. Modernized bar, basically. VSS. Type 1. And above that, if you've seen his gun wall breakdown, most likely an SVD Dragonov. And I done fucking forgot what that was. Oh yeah, and two Deagles back there. One's being covered by his microphone. And well, his Luger walls. Oh yeah, and deconditioned or demilled RPG-7. I was just mainly going over, functional firearms. But guys, I think that's going to be the end. Oh, hey Crafty. But like I was saying, I think that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and we will stream, I should say, and we will see y'all next time. Stay awesome. Take care of you all, and bye bye.